there's going to be a kid after me who's going to talk about Harry Potter. But when I think about Harry Potter, I remember an event when I asked my mom, "Mom, can I go watch Harry Potter?" And what her reply was, "What is Harry Potter?" And I was dumbstruck. How could you not know about Harry Potter? And she was like, "No, I don't. If you want to go watch Pyramid, I'm on." I was like, then I realized there was some sort of gap that is there within me and my mom. We have a different belief. We like different things. We have different views. Everything is so different that I was wondering whether I was her son. But then it crossed me on the website saying about generation gap. Then I realized, oh, it was a gap in generation. So 74 years after World War II, 54 years after the Beatles, 24 years after AOL, 14 years after YouTube, and 7 years after Call Me Maybe by Carly Rae Jepsen. There exists a gap between those generations. One of those gaps is the first person that ever existing is those who have gone through the World War. Those are what we call, their younger generation is what we call baby boomers. And then they come to Generation X. And then there's me, the millennials. And probably there'll be a kid after me that belongs to the AI gene. This is all the generation gap that exists in society. And what's important between this generation gap, there exists a difference. As an adult, what we should do is, first, appreciate the difference, and second, we should live in those differences. Like them, because differences is what makes us human. Now, ladies and gentlemen, well, in a layman term, a generation gap is just an isolation of a generation when they interact with their own generation. We isolate others because we need to interact within our generation. Because that is important. Because humans are social creatures. The moment that you isolate them from their own generation, they become estranged, become weird, become something out of norm for that generation. But for others, they may be seen as a different generation altogether. They are not categorized the same as others. But as much as those different exist, there's one thing that everyone in those generations need to realize. There is more in similarities between generations than there is between others. For example, first, both young and old generations, basically, well, my parents, your generation, and my generation, we are all prone to be lonely. It peaked between the age of more than 30 and the age of 20. But those between those 20 and 30 generation, well, they are not lonely for somehow. But then there's another one, the most hotly debated issue. Everybody knows that Pakatan Harapan wins the election, but there's one similarity between the young and old. They want to change, and that similarities is what brings us together. The young and old voted against the past government, and now we have a new one. Isn't that the similarity that we should live? We should like? That is what makes us the same. But then, this is much more a little bit strange. It's creativity. The young and old are literally have the same amount of creativity. It's not that we can put a number in creativity, but it's important that both have the same, what we call, affinity towards creativity. And this creativity is what makes them, what brings them together. And what we should appreciate among these similarities is, well, we are similar. Generation gap exists only if you think they exist. But it's important to remember we are more similar towards each other than towards amongst our generation. That's all.
Thank you.